I watched the 2025 Tarrasque do something to an ancient red dragon that really made me question everything I thought I knew about D&D's ultimate monster. In one simulation, the dragon was soaring above its volcanic lair. Home field advantage, aerial superiority, centuries of tactical experience. Then the Tarrasque let out a roar that didn't just damage the dragon, it ripped it straight out of the sky. And that's when I realized the 2025 Tarrasque isn't just an updated monster. It's evolved into something far more terrifying. Hey folks, Ron from Dungeon Noob here, and I ran 300 battle simulations between the legendary Ancient Red Dragon and the Tarrasque, using both the 2014 and 2025 versions to see what changed. The results? Well, the 2014 Tarrasque won about 62% of fights. Pretty impressive, right? But the 2025 version, nearly 80%. 80%. And here's what really shocked me. It wasn't just winning more often, it was winning in ways that completely changed the nature of the fight itself. And I'm about to show you the exact moment that I realized that I've been underestimating the new 2025 Tarrasque for a long time now. Okay, so let me walk you through the battle that changed everything for me. Here's the scenario. An ancient red dragon guards a hell seal at the peak of its volcanic lair. If the Tarrasque reaches that seal, the dragon's soul gets dragged to the nine hells forever. So in the 2014 version, the Tarrasque charges up the slope. The dragon stays airborne, breathing fire, using terrain to its advantage. It's a grinding battle of attrition. Sometimes the dragon wins through clever positioning and just pure patience and raw power. But the 2025 version with the same setup, well, the Tarrasque charges up the hill. But this time, it moves faster, way faster. Before the dragon can establish its aerial advantage, the Tarrasque does something the old version could never do. It opens its jaws and unleashes what I can only describe as a sonic weapon. A thunderous bellow that shakes the entire mountain. The dragon fails its save and gets hurled from the sky like a leaf in a hurricane. The new Tarrasque had stripped away the greatest advantage the dragon ever had: flight. Now, before we continue, have you ever thought about which D&D class you'd be in real life? Well, if you have, I put together a quick, fast, fun 13-question quiz where you not only get what class you are in real life with D&D class, but also what that means. It maps to your own personality. It talks about the strengths, how you could make your life better based on that class and the strengths that you have as a person. It also talks about maybe some weak spots that you may have to work on. And then I talk about your first adventure. So if you want to go ahead and take that, go to the link below, click it, and start the quiz. Now, let's continue. But that was just one battle. Across hundreds of simulations, though, I started to see a pattern develop. The 2014 Tarrasque was reactive. It absorbed damage, reflected spells, and slowly ground its opponents through sheer durability. The 2025 Tarrasque, though, it's proactive. It doesn't just tank hits, it controls the battlefield. Because in one other simulation, it burrowed through volcanic rock to emerge directly beneath the dragon. No warning, no chance to counter, just devastating surprise attacks from impossible angles. And the Tarrasque's legendary resistances? Well, in 2014, it could shrug off 3 magical effects. Not bad. 2025, 6. I watched it ignore Hold Monster, Banishment, and 4 other desperate spells in a single fight. But here's what I found fascinating and the chilling part. The 2025 Tarrasque wins faster. Average fight time dropped from over 8 rounds to just 6. It's not just more powerful, it's more efficient at winning. Okay, so what changed? Well, on paper, they look like minor upgrades. Faster movement, burrowing, a new roar attack, more resistances. But in practice, these small changes fundamentally altered what the Tarrasque actually is. The 2014 version was D&D's ultimate tank. Slow but unstoppable. The 2025 version is D&D's ultimate apex predator. Fast, aggressive, and adaptable now. And that game-changing thunderous bellow isn't just about damage, it's about battlefield control. It grounds flyers, terrifies enemies, and shapes the entire encounter. The speed improvement isn't just about movement, it's tempo control. The Tarrasque now dictates when and how fights happen, whether it's against a bunch of villagers or an ancient red dragon. So after 300 simulations, here's what I learned. If you're still thinking of the Tarrasque as the 2014 version, well, you're not just wrong, you're dangerously unprepared to fight one. This one is crazy powerful. It doesn't just show up at your encounter, it owns your encounter from the moment it arrives. I mean, look, against an ancient red dragon, one of D&D's most iconic and powerful creatures, well, the updated Tarrasque went from winning 6 out of 10 fights to winning 8 out of 10 fights. And if it can do that to a legendary dragon in its own lair, imagine what it can do to any party of any size and strength. The Tarrasque has always been D&D's final boss, but now it's D&D's perfect predator. And in the next video, we're putting this evolved Tarrasque against something even more legendary. Hit subscribe if you want to see what happens when the 2025 Tarrasque faces the queen of chromatic dragons herself, Tiamat.